Next is a story about historic Lahaina town and its deep roots in Hawaiian culture.
Hear about Manoa's School of Architecture and their plans to rebuild Lahaina's historic buildings.
This is what Lahaina looked like just before the fires, when Maui was booming with tourism. Today, the historic town has lost many of its original buildings that date back to the early 1800s, including the Waiala Church, where some of the early monarchy were buried, and Maui's oldest home, the Baldwin House. The UH School of Architecture is now working with the Lahaina Restoration Foundation and others to help rebuild some of these landmarks, using detailed drawings by students in the 1960s and 70s.
You often only have one chance to preserve an older building. And you may think it's not that important, but as time goes on, they become more and more important. And we now have a kind of working group of about 15 people that have an interest in historic preservation, but that represents a much larger group. There's a constituency for old-time buildings, there's a constituency for providing better housing, there's a constituency for the commercial development of Lahaina. So there are many different communities that are part of this process, right?
In 1962, the National Park Service designated Lahaina a National Historic Landmark because of its cultural history as the first capital of the Hawaiian Kingdom.
Lahaina wasn't significant because of the fire. I think Lahaina always had its beauty. Looking forward, I don't see tourists and I don't see people coming back to visit for a vacation. I see the rebuilding of the churches of Lahaina. I see the rebuilding of the Punana o Lahaina.
Hawaii's historical landmarks like Honolulu State Capitol are not only culturally significant, but play a key role in Hawaii's top source of income, tourism.
85% of the economy of Maui is tourism. So that's an important component in that tourism.
While tourism is a significant concern, restoration efforts are also prioritizing the authenticity of Hawaiian history in these landmarks.
We tend to really embrace the idea of something authentic, something that really reaches back into the past.
UH architects are already working with Maui College on possible prototypes to visualize a better future for Lahaina.
We hope that out of this experience, something positive could emerge. Maybe a better regulated Lahaina, maybe one that does speak more to history, one that speaks more to the pre-contact history or prehistory of West Maui and tells that story for people to better understand it.
For UHMtv, I'm Erin Fujitani.